Now then, 6 boats came over the Channel on Saturday. There's been reports of another 4 today. That's over 500 illegal migrants being escorted into our waters by the French authorities. Does the Home Secretary agree with me? It's time now to stop paying the French any more money until they stop being complicit in this evil trade.
Order, order. We come to questions to Secretary of State for the Home Department. Lee Anderson.
Number 1, please, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Before I respond to the first question, I want to simply say that I know the whole House will be very concerned at the extremely serious incident that has taken place in Southport. All of our thoughts will be with the family and loved ones of those who are affected. I have been in contact with the Merseyside Police and Crime Commissioner and the Merseyside Mayor to convey my support to the police and our thanks to the police and emergency services for their swift and courageous response. The response to this awful incident is currently unfolding, and the House and the public will be updated in due course.
Lee Anderson.
The first question, apologies, Mr. Speaker. Small boat crossings undermine our border security and put lives at risk, and criminal gangs are profiting from this trade in human lives. That is why we are establishing a new border security command with additional cross-border police and new counter-terror powers.
Lee Anderson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Now then, 6 boats came over the Channel on Saturday. There's been reports of another 4 today. That's over 500 illegal migrants being escorted into our waters by the French authorities. Does the Home Secretary agree with me? It's time now to stop paying the French any more money until they stop being complicit in this evil trade.
Yeah.
Well, the honourable member will note that these boat crossings are extremely dangerous, and a woman died in the Channel again yesterday, and criminal gangs are deliberately cramming boats to maximise their profits, and they have been getting away with it for far too long. That is why we need the new Border Security Command in place, but it is also why we need to work not simply with the French police, but also with police forces and organisations right across Europe and beyond in order to pursue the gangs and to prevent the boats reaching the French coast in the first place.
Chris Murray.
The thing about borders is that they have 2 sides, and the best way to secure it is to have a constructive relationship with the person you share it with. What steps will the Home Secretary be taking to reach out to France and Belgium to secure the border?
Well, my honourable friend is right that we need to strengthen the work to prevent the gangs managing to pursue this vile trade in people. That is why we have immediately strengthened the UK presence in Europol and in the operational task forces that go after the gangs, and we are already in touch with leaders in France, in Italy and right across Europe so that we can strengthen that cooperation, because the gangs are getting away with it and lives are being put at risk as a result.
Shadow Minister Tom Tugendar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First of all, may I start by extending my support to the Home Secretary for whatever incident is going on in Southport, and the support that we will offer the Mersey Police for the incidents that we are sadly seeing in Merseyside today. And now may I come back to a point that the Right Honourable Lady raised earlier this month, when she refused to rule out the UK accepting migrants from European countries in exchange for a returns deal with Europe. Does she accept that under any deal that she were to do, some of those sent to the United Kingdom from the European Union could harbour extremist ideologies or pose a security threat? And will she commit to ensuring that there are strong safeguards, including a right of refusal on a case-by-case basis, to stop anyone who could put Britain's security at risk from entering this country?
There need always to be proper safeguards on security, proper security checks on those who come to this country. But the problem with the boat crossings that we have seen is that they are undermining that border security. There are no checks on dangerous boat crossings and on who the criminal gangs are choosing to put into boats, and it is also dangerous and puts lives at risk. That is why we are clear not only that we need to have stronger border security, it's why we're setting up a new border security command with counter-terror powers as well, which will be in our new legislation, but we also recognise that the returns, for example, of failed asylum seekers have dropped substantially since the last Labour government was in place. We have to turn that round. We want to increase returns as well.